Random Doll Account, back at it again with another video. And today we are going to be doing a couple of interesting things. So yes, I'm going to be talking about some new releases, but I'm also going to be talking about some really interesting doll news that I wasn't able to talk about last week. So first, whenever I released my Integrity Toys video, JHD came out the next day and had a really interesting collection that I wanted to go ahead and talk about. So, for the record, the reason why I've never talked about JHD on this channel is not because I don't think that their faces are pretty or not because they're not an interesting product, but it's because a couple of years ago, I was interested and I bought two JHD dolls. I was interested specifically in anime. So I bought Bloom Hour anime, which I'll put right there. And then I also bought, oh my God, I forget, another anime. Anyways, I bought two animes, and what I found was that they are really pretty in real life. Like, the heads are really pretty, but the bodies, they have like a lack of weight to them. I don't know how else to explain it. My complaint is not about the articulation of the JHD bodies. It was about the weight of them. It felt much lighter in comparison to an Integrity Toys doll, and seeing the fact that I was spending basically the same amount of money in order to get them, I was like, not my thing. And I ended up selling them, and then I kind of moved on from the situation. But I saw last week that they were coming out with this new collection. It is open to everyone, so everybody can buy it, and it is for their 8th anniversary. It's called the 8th Anniversary White Gala Collection. And I wanted to go ahead and talk about them because I think that they've kind of done some interesting things with it. So let's go ahead and just talk about the girls first. Ladies first. All right, so we have Anime right here. Again, I love Anime. I said that. I think that her face is beautiful. So we have 8th Anniversary White Gala Anime. She's pre-ordered all. She'll be coming in the spring. If you are not a member of their club, then you'll be paying $145 for her. But if you're $135, which that is the price for all of these dolls. And let me just say, I appreciate that. You know, my big issue with JHD a lot of the time is that I'm like, oh, she's barely, like, the prices of those dolls are either the same price as Integrity Toys or lower. And my whole thing about that is I'm like, no, I'm not paying that for a product that, in my opinion, doesn't have as much like weight to it, you know? But I am cool with the $145. Integrity Toys is getting very expensive nowadays. So I think in comparison, this is more than reasonable. Let's look at her stats. So her hair color is in chestnut brown. Her body type is the Fashion Model 3.0 body type, and her skin tone is in Californian. And her estimated arrival is spring 2026. So love that. What I really like about this doll is I think that this dress is gorgeous. Her hairstyle, personally, I wouldn't buy this doll because of her hairstyle, and the reason why is because I already own a lot of dolls with this hair, specifically Night Out Aaron Salston. I own that doll, so I just feel no need to add this into my collection. But I do think that this dress is gorgeous. We've got a sequined gown, and then it has this like chiffon overlay with all these beautiful like crystal details. Yeah, I think she's really pretty. The side glance is gorgeous. And if it's okay with you guys, I want to go ahead and move on to the Yaya, because she is actually who I think is the cuter girl in this collection. So we have the JHD Fashion Doll 8th Anniversary White Gala Yaya. Boom. I have always liked Yaya's face. I think that she's super cute. I think that she is like adorable. And I like her side glance. I think that like those beautiful lips and like that neutral, so pretty. Once again, like, it's a thing where it's like I have a lot of dolls with that like bump thing going on. So probably wouldn't buy for that reason. But I do think that she is really pretty. She's also $145, $135 if you're a member. And her hair color is in brown. Her body type is the Katie girl body. So she actually comes with a different body which I think is interesting. And her skin tone is in black. And once again, she's also a pre-order in 2026. So, yeah, she comes in the same exact dress. So if I were to, buy one of these two dolls, I would choose one over the other, just depending on what you want. So do you want anime or do you want Yaya? And then I would just I would have fun playing with her. Well, let's also talk about these boys, because this also comes with two boys. So we have JHD Fashion Doll 8th Anniversary White Gala Beck. He's also $145 with $135 price if you are a member. And I'm going to say this is actually where things get kind of interesting. So let me first talk about the specs. So his hair color is in brown. He has the muscle band body type and his skin tone is Latin. Okay, you want to know something? This is my personal taste and obviously whatever. I don't like the body sculpt for the boys in JHD. I think that they look a little bit, I don't know, they look like a little bit too bulky. They're giving I don't want to say what I actually want to say. They look like they are in the adult industry, but in the male to male side of the adult industry. And I understand that some people really like that. That's not for me. I like my guys, a little bit more svelte, personally, a little bit more model-esque, and a little bit less that whenever I am buying a doll, but I understand that there's a market for it. Personally, my thoughts on this doll. So I think that his suit, it's cute. It's just once again, the sheer top is not they're not, all I'm saying is that they're not defeating the allegations. You know what I mean? Okay, so you're giving me a white suit with a sheer top, and then you're going to have him in a man bun. But do you see his man bun? How it's got the 90s curls? How it's super duper duper curly? Yes, diva. I see you with your perm. Yes, king. And why is his eyes bright blue? Okay, actually, and now that I'm looking at him a little bit deeper, yeah, this is not a doll that I would even think to be interested in. He's just not my type at all. And then also his hair is a little bit confusing to me, because it's what is up with this 90s prom hair on a male doll? I'm just saying, it's just funny to me. And the sheer top. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. We have Jasper in light blonde hair with a body type of Muscle Man 3.0 and a skin tone of white. And he still has the sheer shirt problem, which is what I'm just saying. If you like that kind of thing, good for you, right? And he has a more how do I say this? He has a more neutrally glam look. He has brown eyes. He has a traditionally masculine look, and his pompadour is not giving prom in the 90s. So hey, that's a win to me. So if you like these dolls, or if you've been interested in JHD, I think that this is a great opportunity because they're a lot cheaper now. My kind of thing about JHD in the past has always been I don't think that this is a $180 to $200 doll. And I really appreciate the fact that it's now a $135 to $145 price point. I think that is more reasonable. It's more fair. Now, it does come with some downsides. The shoes are plastic. So the shoes for the girls are plastic pumps, which I have a mixed reaction about. If we're having a conversation about and I'm looking a little bit deeper on the boys as well. I think the boys have fabric, but the girls have plastic pumps. So here's my deal. I understand why they did it, in that it does make the price point a little bit cheaper. But I will say, how do I put this the right way? Just because the price point's a little bit cheaper doesn't mean that you can't give a fabric pump. We have I'm going to say it in a second. We have brands like Defa, and we'll talk about that in a minute, doing what they're doing, and what they're doing is with fabric shoes. So I don't think that it's unreasonable to ask that at the $135 to $145 price point. Then again, Disney dolls, they have plastic shoes and they're $135. So I understand like that there's kind of two sides to take about it. I do think that they look nice. I think that they're pretty dolls. If they have the same issue that I had a couple of years back with a lack of like heftiness to the doll, then that's just always going to be a consistent problem for me until they fix that particular issue. But I also acknowledge the fact like they've made it a lot cheaper, which I think is fair. Now the price point is like into where I think it should be, is what I'm trying to say. And then we got a little bit deeper into the week or into the day. We ended up with Defa Lucy Paris Model 3.0. And let me tell you, the instant obsession I had with this doll, like the green pea coat with this like beautiful traditionally Parisian outfit paired with this red hair and this like almost Barbie-like hairstyle, love. And then her little freckles. Oh, she has these little freckles and they're so cute. I think that she looks adorable. She also came with a lingerie set. A little black lingerie set, which is just an extra special bonus. And she was available on Tuesday, 11/11 at 5 p.m. EST with a price point of $95. I will tell you, I purchased this doll. I thought that she was the cutest thing ever. And I thought, oh my God, she's so cute. I love her. I love her. I love her. The price point's right. The outfits are right. She also, I remember whenever I was reacting to the Model 1 and Model 2 of this collection, a big criticism that I had is that there was no such thing as a pump. And then they introduced the black pump here. Thank goodness. It needed to happen, and I'm so glad that they did it. Good on them. I love it whenever like a company can like think ahead and then plan their releases to that accordingly. Love that. And then they also came out with fashion packs. And these fashion packs, things got very, very interesting with them. So basically, with the fashion packs, they had these model dolls that we've never seen before. So first up, let's go ahead and talk about this black-haired beauty with the white outfit. Okay, I immediately was like, when are we getting her? I was like, I love her. Let's do this. I love this, right? And I was like, okay, absolutely. Let me look at the other outfit packs. And then we ended up with this blondie right here. And I'm going to talk about this blondie right now. So this blondie ended up turning into a Japanese, or not only Japanese, it's an Asian exclusive, limited to 250 pieces, and you could only get it on A-Zone and in Taiwan. So let's go ahead and just quickly talk about that because I have some feelings. Okay, so I understand that like doll companies can do whatever they want in regards to like dropping releases, and there's nothing that anybody can really say or do about that, and I acknowledge that. I don't know how I feel about dropping things as only region locked exclusives. I think if, and we'll talk about the rest of the dolls in this pack, but I think if they're going to do that, then we should also probably do it for other regions, yeah? So, like, there should probably be a US exclusive doll with an edition size of 250 then. Would we not agree? And then there would be, like, a European exclusive. Right? Like, I would think, you don't want to, like, leave the whole market out just to pump out some Asian exclusives. That doesn't make any sense to me. I know a lot of people are really, really bitter about this particular release. I'm not one in that particular category. But I am kind of in the, like, hey, if you're gonna do region-locked exclusives, don't just make it region-locked to Asia. Like, do ones for other countries too. That's honestly how I feel. But then we got this beautiful redhead, right? And then she came with the bodysuit. I bought the black bodysuit because I didn't buy it whenever I bought the Defa Lucy Lunar New Year doll. And I wish I did. So I purchased that. And she is so pretty. Oh my God. And yes, I was looking at these. And then we have this African American redhead. So beautiful. Oh my God. I hope that they release these. Like the dolls that are in this collection. I know that they just released this like Blondie as an exclusive, whatever. I don't care. Like if I can specifically get like this black haired doll with like the nude lip, and then if I can also get like one of these redheads produced, I would be so happy. But you know, like that's the thing. They're gonna do what they're gonna do, but I know that they listen to their fans. So Defa Lucy, I don't know why you would be listening to this, but please, like please. Yes. So I did buy the Model 3, that blonde one. I don't have the energy, man. I don't even have. I don't have the strength. I don't have the strength to go through all of that. Like finding. I don't want to go through A Zone. Oof. Yeah, so I'm probably not going to end up with that doll, right? GMCOLL. Okay, I wanted to just go ahead and quickly talk about this because there have been some interesting developments in the 2 weeks between when I last reacted to the GMCOLL releases and now. So, they gave us a little hint at the fact that they are going to be releasing their own bodies soon. Yay! I am so happy about this. Okay, like this is making me joyous. Thank goodness that they're releasing these bodies because my big like turn off from them was that they didn't have bodies. And now that they are producing those and that those will be out into the world, I am feeling way more confident about this brand. Now, I will add an additional detail that lottery results came out about GMCOLL dolls, and a lot of people were really upset. And basically, the two people that are the brand ambassadors came out and said that if you were inside of the last lottery, you had about a 10% chance of getting any doll because there was way more demands than there was supply. Yeah, it's a new company. I can't be too upset at a new company being new, you know. And then of course there was the controversy about the China thing, but I think that they explained it perfectly well. I think that it was perfectly reasonable that they didn't, you know, include the Chinese audience into the lottery system because there was kind of no way for a small business like them to do that, you know? So I am in complete agreement about that matter. I totally understand where they're coming from. And honestly, the sheer honesty of the situation was refreshing. And then they release some information. So GMCOLL Studio Pass. We're exploring a members program. So they're planning on, or at least it looks like they're gauging interest in it, which I am very interested, and I have made that known that they're planning on doing a $35 to $50 membership that will follow either the calendar year or the Lunar New Year cycle with a exclusive made-to-order doll, year-long discounts on releases, and then priority access on right-to-buy dolls. I think that this is smart. Another thing that happens this week was that the AI thing with Integrity Toys kind of exploded out of control. That was the other thing I wanted to talk about. It kind of exploded out of control. And whenever I'm looking at this Studio Pass, I'm like, oh, great. I love that you guys are doing this because it is going to kind of help people who I've noticed that there's kind of a lot of people go like side-eyeing Integrity Toys right now because of the whole AI thing. I've said my piece on it. I just think the AI is creepy and weird whenever you're doing it with artistic things. That's my take on it. It's as simple as that. It really is. I think it's creepy and weird. So, with dolls. So, I'm never going to be the audience for it because I think it's weird. But if you like those types of things, that's totally okay. I totally understand. I'm not like out here to be like, you're the devil because you like AI doll things. I will say I am like quite like more of an environmentalist type of person. This, you know, this video is being brought to you by solar panels. So like that should tell you everything that you need to know. So of course I am like concerned about the energy usage that AI brings into our communities. You know, and that's like a whole conversation for another day. And like, I understand that Integrity Toys is trying to cut costs and everything like that, but I could see that a lot of people are getting really upset by that. And I can see that a lot of other people are going to start shopping around in the next year or so. I'm seeing like a pattern here. If Integrity Toys doesn't, you know, respond or continues doing the same thing. So if that's the case, I think that the GMCOLL Studio Pass is smart. It allows these people who have kind of, gotten to their breaking point with Integrity Toys a new opportunity and a new space where they can go and purchase dolls that are, similar. They're similar enough for them to enjoy it, but they are different enough for them to kind of stay away from it. And I think that that is smart. I will also say, personally, I'm going to support them because I like new businesses. I like supporting new businesses, and I honestly want to see GMCOLL succeed. So I'm putting my hat into that ring because I want to see them be successful. And I know that helping them out with the Studio Pass will do a lot of good. Also, that a catch that they are releasing is so pretty, and I want to encourage that. So I'm using my dollars in order to encourage, this business to keep on going. But and let's go a little bit deeper. I'm just gonna spend the last second getting a little bit deeper into the whole AI thing, just to kind of make my stance kind of clear. Okay, so this AI situation has kind of gotten a little bit out of hand, but I understand why. Whenever you're having a conversation about artistic integrity versus, capitalistic, purchasing of things, you are always going to be dealing with the upsides and downsides of a certain company, right? That's just a fact of life. We have plenty of things that we can consume, we can purchase, but we always choose one over the other for a reason. For many of us in the Integrity Toys community, we have decided to support Integrity Toys because not only do they make beautiful dolls, right, but they also have enough integrity to have, different face molds and to be really, really open with their consumers, right? However, I acknowledge the fact that the use of AI brings in a different component, artistic integrity. Is it artistically valid to utilize AI for a product that you created? And where does the line cross? This is where things get tricky for me personally, because I do think that AI has a place in our world, but I do not think that it should be utilized in order to create anything with an artistic pursuit. The reason why is because we have so many amazing artists in our community that make these beautiful animations and, photo shoots and all this amazing stuff that would love to make a photo shoot for these dolls for Integrity Toys. I know that. And I would love to see Integrity Toys, instead of utilizing AI, possibly promote some of the amazing and talented creators in our community. I have no problem with, somebody trying out something and it not working out. What I have a problem with, however, is ignoring people and ignoring, what your community is saying. And I hope that they're not ignoring this. I hope that they are listening to how much of a hubbub that this is creating. And I hope that they understand that, yes, we understand that you're trying to save some costs wherever you can, but your community will help you with that if you would just allow them to. I don't know. I'm there's just so many artistic and amazing creators in this space, and I wish that Integrity Toys would platform them instead. So, on that downer note, I am going to leave you guys to it. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, blah, 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 blah. I do respond back to my comments, so, you'll see me soon. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!